Is this not why you were here? Lucky bug. You being sarcastic or something, my son? Fool, you should never mix drinks. What are you, retarded? I'll have to take this abuse much longer.
You're a fool! You're a fool! You're a fool!
Oh, that's what we call diarrhea.
You think this is a fucking joke? This ain't Kenny camera. There's no hidden cameras.
Oh shit, I've said fuck. Oh fuck, I've said shit.
Don't be an arse. Get a weapon collector class.
I could knock him out in the shed.
Are you kidding me? That is crazy. Stop it, please. For God's sake, please stop it. There's no more time. Is that why you were here?
Right, everyone. WeaponCollector here. Yes, hello, Tom and Cheryl. And hello, Mother. You are the official. Oh, and Nick. You are the official bed shitters tonight. So, welcome to the Bed Shitters Club. And you, Anthony. Welcome to the Bed Shitters Club. Even though I'm late. You're not. Alright. Hope it was a good, stinky, runny one. I'm Doug.
What are you doing in so early? Shit the bed.
Yes, welcome back, everyone. Just got to sort something out. Hang on. Hello, Cookie. That's been a while, mate. How you been? I think we were talking about you. Might have been me and Metallic. We saw your name come up somewhere in like a message. How you doing, Cookie? I think. Oh, I know what it was. I was looking at my list of stuff to do. And she said, I ain't seen Cookie for ages. How you doing, mate? You alright? My arm's hurting today. All round here. H, how you doing, mate? He said, how many bandana weights left? Loads. Well, not loads, but I've got enough leather just to keep making them. So there's no real limit at the minute. H, so if you want one, get one. This one has been bought. But yeah, so there's no limit on them really. I've got enough leather to just keep making them at the minute. You won't be able to get this bandana though, because this is a special one that I was going to see if I could get good knuckle duster ones, but it's a bit shit. Don't look too bad on camera, but it's all blurry in real life. So yeah, there's the bandana weights if anyone wants them. Still doing them. I've also started doing some more unusual shapes, which I'll talk about later. Let me just check, see if anyone actually asked anything earlier. So hello everyone anyway. Yes, how many bandana weights do you have left? Hope the teeth are okay. Right now, my tooth isn't too bad. I'm alright at the minute. I'm going to get it done. At latest, I'll be getting it done just after the 3rd of September. So it's a couple of weeks. However, I might be able to get it done before. Cook said, all good, thanks. Life got a bit crazy. Oh, I'm glad you're alright, mate. Glad you're alright. I'll tell you what I did get today, though. For the people who want bandana weights. If you do want one, this arrived today. I'll take them out of the bag. But I have got pretty much every fucking colour bandana you can think of. Everything. You name it, it'll probably be there. There's one that even looks like it's gold. Oh, Doug, thank you for that donation. I really do appreciate that. That can go towards the tooth fund. So what's going on? Have you got an absinthe? I haven't got an absinthe. Absinthe. Fucking hell, there you go. That's fucking wishful thinking. I haven't got an abscess. Fuck's sake. Thank you, by the way. I haven't got an abscess. I've got... Basically, one of my molars is completely missing virtually the whole entire top of it. And it's now getting so deep inside that I'm starting to get constant toothache. It's getting to the stage where it's getting onto the nerves now. And there are already little holes in it. So when I eat or drink certain things, it gets into the tiny little holes and gives me toothache. And the reason it's going to cost so fucking much is because the dentist pretty much said that you're going to need... The only thing that you can do with it is have a crown. Crowns are 700 fucking quid. But yeah. And then there's the issue of... I've got to get to the fucking dentist. It's 12 quid there, 12 quid back. Yeah, it's a lot of expense. It ain't just a tooth, you know what I mean? Ain't said I'll grab one when I'm paid, rather next. Right, thank you, Ace. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, do get one, because they're bloody great anyway. And you can have your pick of any bandana you want. Chris, how you doing? He said nice collection. Thank you. Sorry, I was just catching up with comments there. Jacob said, hi, best buddy. Start panting like a dog. You pay me money and I pant like a dog. I don't do nothing for free. Fallen Evil, how you doing? Pete, how you doing? Richard, how you doing? Junior Garza, how are you? You right? You have a sniper, do you? Nice. Doug said there's no NHS anymore. A complete scam. Should be free to sort. Ah, that's the other thing. So, I technically... It's a very weird, long, fucking, drawn out load of bollocks, right? I am registered at this dentist to get NHS work. They won't do a crown on the NHS at this dentist. I might be able to get a mouth guard thing, stop me fucking grinding my teeth at least for nothing on the NHS because I've got the HC2 form. Yeah, and then people said about changing dentists. Well, I looked into. It took me a long time to even get this dentist. All the others had like 2-year waiting list. I can't be waiting 2 fucking years. But yeah, ain't free really. It never is. Pete said, why do teeth cost so much? Small amount of material used. You're getting a gold crown, ain't you? No. Well, the joke is though, Pete, in all honesty, the joke is 750 for a porcelain one, 800 quid for a gold one. I might as well get a fucking gold one. At least maybe one day someone can rip it out and use it for something. Hello, Boltec. How you doing? Mother said, man, I just fell in love with the Olight Arc Pro and the Night Core ED17. Why don't you fall in love with the Night Core that I've got? I've got a Night Core. Buy that off me for half price. Then you'll know exactly what the Night Cores are like, mother. Vol said, we've had an upsetting few days. We're supposed to be getting a Husky from Free Ads yesterday. All arranged and cash waiting for no reason. Blocked our phone number at time. That's very weird, isn't it? Oh, that's such a shame as well. Such a shame. Yeah, because you know, set your heart on what you're going to have. But yeah. Mother said, not my thing, mate, but thanks. No, you shut it, mother. You buy that Nightcore fucking thing off me. You buy it off me. But yeah, so yeah, that's the tooth thing. Right now it ain't too bad. I've just took some painkillers. Yeah, I think. So, oh, by the way, thank you everyone who did donate and who bought stuff off me. I really do appreciate it. You have enabled me to make sure that I have got enough to get the tooth done, get to the dentist, get home. Because then the other thing is, a week after that, I've then got to go to the hospital about my ear. That's 12 quid down, 12 quid back. I might be able to get that money back though. So the problem is, I need, like, it's alright, I've got it now pretty much anyway. But I needed the money to get the tooth done, get there, get back, then get to the hospital, get back later. And then your basic fucking bills, so it's a fucking a bit of a nightmare. Pete said, you years know before my dad passed, hang on, we would sometimes make that morbid joke about the gold, about his gold. Oh, a few years, yeah, no, I get you, Pete, I get you. Yeah, well, that's it, yeah. You know, years before my dad passed, we would sometimes make that morbid joke about his gold crown. Well, that's it, innit? That's it. You do, because you think, you know, well, get out and use it for something. Like. Big Boss, he said, how much did you pay for these? Up there? I don't know. It's got to be like 6 or 7 grand's worth up there, I'd say. However, not all of it you can sell now, and some of it probably is worth a lot less, some of it might be worth a lot more. Some of it I made. See, there's swords I made up there, knives I made up there that probably cost me 15 quid to make. And they're probably worth, you know, 50 quid. 100 quid, I don't know. How much would you want to buy one of my swords for? So yeah, sorry, I don't even know if I said. Thank you everyone who bought stuff off me and donated. I really do appreciate it. You have, yeah, you've made it possible. I do appreciate it. Because, you know, you've made it possible now while it's fucking hurting as well when I need it done. Because otherwise I would have just had to keep waiting. And I can't wait another fucking... I would have probably had to wait another 2 or 3 months getting paid off of YouTube, which ain't a lot. Deep, how you doing, mate? You alright? Hope you're good. Hope you're good. Yeah, luckily, I'll tell you what, luckily, being monetised on YouTube now did make a difference. Without being monetised on YouTube, which does mean, you know, it depends. I could sometimes get 150 quid a month from YouTube. Sometimes I might get 300 quid a month. You know, depending on what the videos have been like. That makes a hell of a difference to me, not having to sell my expensive, you know, like my fucking, you know what I mean? Deep said, have you got a PayPal link? I haven't got a PayPal link I could put on here, but I have got a PayPal link I could message you if you want. Deep. Big Boss Status said, it's upsetting to see where Britain was headed. Things need changing. Import the third world. Don't make me read things out like that. Let me get my link for you. Christ. I'm just going to try and remember it. It's not hard to remember. That it may be the truth, Big Boss, but I do have to be careful with what I say. You know, you do have to be careful. Well, I have to be careful what I say if I want to stay on YouTube. You know what I mean? Thank you, Doug. Fucking hell, mate. Doug said, dentistry is a scam loophole. No one seems to be on the NHS now. They're on the take. But glad you're getting to it. Thank you, mate. Yeah. Yeah, well, that is what it is. So he is an NHS dentist, but he won't fucking do the stuff on NHS. Pete said, so it's all covered. Let's get Mike that gold one. Fuck's sake. It's about covered, I'd say. Yeah, you know. Evil said, I reckon she was a scammer. Couldn't do it with us, though, because I insisted on cash on collection as it's both easier and safer. Yeah, but it probably was a fucking scammer then. Pete said, oh no, read that. Yeah, thank you everyone, do appreciate it. Yeah, the dentist thing, Doug, yes. What was I getting at? I keep getting distracted. Dentists are a bit like mechanics and fucking no, not all like this actually. No, not all mechanics. However, dentists are a bit like mechanics when you can't do it yourself, or like fucking plumbers and that when you just can't do it yourself. I'm not saying they're all like it, but you know, they can hold you over a barrel because you know, gas, you can't actually do it yourself. You can't legally do it yourself. Yeah. Because I'm convinced that there are mechanics that some people I know go to the mechanic and I'm sure they fix something and then deliberately find something else to make them come back 2 weeks later, and that's a perpetual thing that never fucking ends. You know, if you can't fix it yourself, you can't fix it yourself. Gold. Like say, please. But yeah, I really do appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. Did I read yours out in the end, Evil? I did. Yeah, I reckon she was a scammer. M. Gabriel, how you doing, mate? Any idea what happened at Military Store Watford? No. What happened, Cookie? What do you think happened? Pete says, so do you ask... Hang on. So do you ask what you want on the day, or did you pick what you're having? Well, as in the two? I don't know. I'd probably ring them up and say, I want a gold filling. I don't know. I'm not definitely getting a gold filling. But, do make me laugh. I don't know. Well, I suppose you'd tell them before. Give me the gold. Hello, Emirs. How are you? Hi from Earth. Do you know what? I'm from Earth too. That's really cool. We're from the same place. I'm from Earth as well. Most two have started out in there. Don't forget to like the video, everyone. Doug said they make me have a checkup every 6 months. 23 quid. I'm in and out in less than 5 minutes, but need a filling or anything else. Oh yeah, we can only do private. Yeah, well that's it. Mother said, "You want to dance? Shake it, baby. You ain't paid enough for that, mother." Doug, I'll put your name on this board soon. I ain't turned it on tonight. I do appreciate it, everyone. Attack on staff. No, I didn't know about that. No, that's the first time I've heard about that. And Gabriel said, like prostitutes, hold you over the barrel. If you ask them. If you ask them nicely. But yeah, see, you can rip your own teeth out. Yeah, but I've seen how difficult it was for a dentist with the right tools to get my teeth out. I don't think you would never. You know when people get punched in the mouth and knocks their teeth out? That would never happen to me. I've seen 2 dentists now, with basically a great big fucking long, great big fucking pair of pliers, going like this with them, like that, for about fucking half an hour before they get, and then have a cut all my fucking gums away and drill out the fucking bone. I still couldn't get them out. I don't think I'd be able to pull my teeth out if I wanted, even if I wanted to. Rich, how you doing, mate? So today I put up essentially a privacy fence next door. We still ain't got neighbours moved in next door, but I went round there and I put a privacy fence up so that I could shoot in the garden still, because I don't want them, you never know if people are going to be weird. So I went round there and did that today. I say privacy fence because it's basically trellis with some black material put on the back, but it does mean that they can't see us shooting now. And then I did a smaller bit on the other side. But I thought I'd better get it done before they move in, because we've been putting it off for ages. But luckily Jay could find the stuff to get. Jay could find the stuff to do it. He works at an estate. I think it don't matter what anyway, but there's a shed down there where he can get, like bits of wood. Fortunately, is there not an emergency dentist or dental college near you? Leeds have emergency dentists at the hospital where we lived. College is cheap or free under supervision of. I'll look into that. I will look into that, because there is a like a fucking fuck's sake, I can't think what it's called. Like a mobile dentist, but I don't know if you need to be on certain things. Doug said, "Want to dance? Shake it, baby." Is that the Duke? Ah, it might be. Yeah, what, Duke Nukem? Ain't sorry, mate. Had you on pause. Cheers for getting. Cheers for that. I'll get some time to decide what colour. Yeah, you decide what colour you want. I've literally got every fucking colour bandana under the sun today. Yeah, because luckily I've got enough leather at the minute to just keep making the bandana, mate. Rich said, have you been up to much? But only that, really. Fucking arm hurts now. Neon chest and pull. CBR said, what's the pistol on the wall? Yes, they are. But CBR, can you say, are those guns real? Might even get the fucking clip on this one. Maybe there's no point. Don't bother. Evil said, vets are another culprit for overcharging for necessary treatment. Yes, yeah, they are. WG99, how you doing? He said, my past dentist tried to do a filling in literally less than 10 minutes, succeeded, and then left me looking like Rocky Balboa after the fight. Thanks sake. Keep your fucking nose out my garden, Fancy. Yes. Thank you. Oh, Deep, I really do appreciate that, mate. Thank you. I really do. Thanks, mate. Pete said, looks good. Thank you. Yeah, what I tried to do, because Jay said, what, put the shit side on their side. No, you don't want to put the shit side their side. We're not going to see it anyway, because we've got trees on that side. It's just you can see straight through them. So I said, put the nice side their side. They've got nothing to complain about then. It looks quite nice, doesn't it, I thought. There's just a little gap I need to cover. Had I had time, I could have cut the end off of one of those things and put it on the other end. But I didn't really have time. I was rushing like fuck today. And Gabriel said, I notice your background looks real now. I stopped bothering putting the banner up. I can't be asked. Rizzo, I did see that. I've not done much. Try as I might. I've not managed to get YouTube ads about AIDS awareness or men in speedos. No. They said, lol, Duke Nukem. I recognise the quote. I love a bit of Duke Nukem. Pete said, Mike's bandana weights are the best in the UK. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Yeah, there you go. I forgot to show you. So, I've started making ones that can be keyring weights. So this one, you put this on your keyring. That's a bit big, or somewhere. And I'm going to do different. I'm going to do like a shamrock one, and other shapes. And that is lead weighted keyring, essentially. Put your keys on that, and then put a fucking strap on it. So you've got your keys, a strap, and then this. Put your keys on with a quick release, take your keys off, and you've got a fucking, say no more. How do you get on the members Discord? Are you already a member, Cookie? If you're a member of the channel, send me a message somewhere tonight, and I'll send you the link, mate. Paul said mobile dentist, just tell him you're homeless and sleeping on the couches, get them free. Yeah, well, the problem is the mobile dentist is there. I've never seen anyone in it yet. But yes. Steve, how you doing? He said, is that not little bottles of Buckfast? Yes, it is. Good spot. Yes, it is. I did a 50k road trip recently, and we went down to Cornwall, met our mate Cornish Bob, and at the same time met our mate Rajamat from Scotland, who bought a load of those down and a load of other stuff, and we had a drink. Yeah, I like a bit, but I have got. Oh, and I went to Buckfast Abbey this year as well. And Gabriel said you can pay a dentist to keep your teeth, or a sex worker to lose hers. Yes, a slingshot. Exactly. Yes. Me, how you doing, mate? He said, "Hey up, Chuck." How you doing, mate? WG99 is. I thought of wearing a large bolt on a string as a necklace and using it as a melee weapon. It would be easy to just take just about anyone. Yeah, potentially. I don't know. Because I don't know. I think some people would be weird about it. You got to have something that's sort of got to. I don't know. Something heavy would work though. Yeah, I don't know about a bolt, but yeah, maybe. If you could explain it away. Anyway, if anyone wants to buy these, let me know if you're interested. This is just a little tester. As I say, I might make some in the shape of shamrocks and other thing. I don't know, not shamrock, fucking 4-leaf clover. Why did I say shamrock anyway? Is that the same thing as a 4-leaf clover? Fucking 4-leaf clover. Hello, Gary. How you doing, mate? You're right, mate. Had a few days at Waltham Abbey in Essex last weekend, despite breaking one of my top teeth on a fucking Snicker bar. Absolute nightmare, mate. Absolute nightmare. Go and sit at the dentist's seat at the mobile dentist and hope fairies come and rob your bad teeth. I hope so. I hope so. Fucking hell. Yes. So yeah. Get your bandana weights. So what's everyone been up to? Have you been... What you've been up to? What have you been doing? So where's... Well, Waltham Abbey's in Essex, is it? I don't know where that is, mate. I know where Essex is, but I don't know where Waltham Abbey is. Yeah. Did I? Richard said did my training. I don't know if you can see it. I have got a new bow, which I will have a shoot with soon. I don't really know what I'm doing. I need a bit of advice. So, Rich, I'm not really used to drawing a bow to here, but that's about where it goes, right? How the fuck do you aim like that though if you ain't got a sight on it? Because I can't hit the target. I can hit a target about that round, but I can't hit one about that big. You know what I mean? I don't really know what I'm doing. Should I get a sight for it? Paul said, used to get money for teeth when I was a kid. Oh, how times have changed. Yeah, I hope kids still do get like £1 for their teeth, a couple of quid for their teeth. They probably get a fucking £5 note nowadays. Doug said, did you peruse the Odyssey yet? No, I ain't really got any. I ain't had time this week to do anything like that. I need to mention it to Daryl, and then see whether he wants to go, and maybe I could then. But no, you know what, Doug? I didn't even think about that this week. It's been a weird week of going a bit mad trying to get as much money as I can to get my tooth done, and then also doing that fucking fence, or prepping to do that fence anyway. WG99 has said, made some leather items myself. A bat and holster for one thing. You can make your own natural black leather dye by making vinegaroon dye. I've heard about vinegaroon dye. Don't you make that from, part of it is using wild wool in it or something like that? Super easy to make and helps to prevent leather from rotting. Rita said you could get a sight. I'll do a video on aiming. Yes, do a video on aiming for me, Rich. Hey dear Saint, you're right, mate. Yeah, because I don't know what I'm doing. Pete said use the tip of the arrow to aim. Hold it 2 inches under the bull and see where it goes. Yeah, I could do that. Think your bow has a peep sight already? I don't think it's got anything on it, Rich, in all honesty. Alright, there you go. I'm assuming that's on right, in the right place. The arrow rest. But there's no sight, nothing. Shut your eyes and use the force. Maybe that's what I need to do. I think that needs to go off a bit. On the string. Where's that then? Is that? I don't know. That bit? I don't even know what this shit is, Rich. That's what I mean. I don't know nothing about bows. That would be too high. Do a video, please. I don't know what the fuck I'm at. Thing is, I'm not going to pretend I know anything about bows. I don't really. Right, let's go back up. But yeah, I'll try that, Pete. Peep sight is a small hole in the string, like a bead. Doug said I ran out of people to hold revos for me. They're all curtain twitching. If the special barbecues are banned, what's the chance we got? Well, they might forget about it. Do make me laugh if you don't have Revo 7s and that. I can pull it back, Pete, I can pull it back. Alright. Oh, that's interesting, Rich. I didn't know that. Oh, shit. Did not know that. I won't pull it sitting down because I might do something awkward. Oh, that's interesting, Rich. I didn't know that. Oh, yeah, I can see there's a fucking, like... I can see there's a hole through it now. Yeah. I can see that there's a hole through it now. I didn't even see that. Yeah. Mental. Alright, let me just have a little... I won't dry fire it, don't shit yourselves anyone. Alright. That look like that's in about the right place, Rich, or does it look a bit long? I reckon that might go a bit far, a bit more forward again. Oh, fuck, I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe take an inch more off of it. Off of the drop. Yeah, I did not know that that's what that was. This is what I mean. Sorry. Sorry. Didn't put the camera back. I didn't know. Oh, yeah, I didn't know that's what that was, Rich. Didn't know that's what that was. Right, let me just check I'm on both cameras. Right, let me just catch up with all the... But I need a front sight. Okay. Saint said I found my old recurve yesterday, picked it up, and then I realised it was fiberglass and broken. My hand still has a tingling sensation. Ah, fuck, so it got a bit of fiberglass in your finger, do you reckon? Mother said, Mike, how's Jack Striker? I don't know, actually. I could ask. I'm pretty sure I still have contact with him. Jack, if you're watching, how are you? Let us know. I'm pretty sure he came on... Pretty sure he popped on not long ago. Like, maybe a month ago or something. Richard said, I'll just do a video on it, otherwise I'll be on here posting a wall of text. Yeah, that's all good, Rich. Thank you. Alright. Could I make a front sight? Or what? I could buy one eventually, but if I could make one, I'd just do that. Fucking arm hurts. I don't know what it is. It's like inside. I thought maybe a compression bandage might help a bit. I'll ask. Yeah. And is Jack in the room with us now? He might well be. Saint said rare access to the other side of WC's room. Surprised the BDSM restraints aren't there. Did you see the other board though? There's a board up there you never even see. I'm the only one who gets to look at that one. So I just make it. Every time I move the camera, I have to make sure that I'm still on the vertical one. Who was the guy from the stream the previous week? Not Jack Striker. That wasn't Jake Striker either. That was my cousin Jake. Yeah, that was my cousin Jake. That was Jake Striker. Only bloke I know with a yellow walled room. The story behind this being yellow was my dad said, this is fucking years ago. I've never changed the colour because of how hard it was to cover up the other colour under it. I think I was moving back into this room and the walls needed paint, and he said, do you want me to get you some paint for the walls? And I said, yeah, go on then. He said, what colour do you want? And I said, I ain't really fussed. Get whatever you want. And for some reason he came back with this yellow. And this yellow had to go over some blue. And I think he did it to brighten the room up. And it fucking well works. It works. It's lovely and bright in here. But yellow also don't show up dirt as bad as white, I suppose. I don't want white walls that show every fucking little mark going. So yeah, it was to brighten up the room. I had yellow walls and blue curtains, and in my head that was the sun and the sky. Now I've got black curtains, so I don't know what that is. Sun and the night, who knows? But yeah, they're one of the best things I ever bought, them fucking curtains. I wish I bought them years ago now. Actual proper blackout curtains. So I can actually do torch reviews in this room with the fucking, in the daytime. Yeah. I look at, like sometimes you might be watching the telly or a film or something and you see these houses that have all got like wood, and wood looks nice on walls, but it makes rooms, dark wood or dark walls to me, the half-make rooms feel closed in and actually really fucking oppressive. I wouldn't be able to live in a house with all really dark walls because, I don't know, I just feel like I was closed in all the time. So I'd have to paint everything white or a nice bright colour. Tubby custard, fuck's sake, Pete. Evil said we bought some hornwort to put in the toad enclosure. Is that a plant? Is that something they eat or just how does that work with them? How does that work? Look at these bandanas. Look at these colours. Look, we got white. Can you even see this? We've got white, light blue, purple. Just say purple. Darker purple. Green. Pink. Another pink. Grey. Darker red. Lighter red. Yellow. Black. Navy. Blue. Yellow. Green. Orange. Another green. Sort of goldy colour. Fucking loads of colours. Mental shit in there. Hanky code multi-pack, yes. Yes. I did, I saw your picture, Pete. Peach, he represents, Peach does. I know that Peach does, and I know that Peugeot does. Saint said, I got a radiator reflector duct taped over my window, thought it would help with the heat, and it didn't. No, I just can't be asked to take it down. It's like having my room darker changed. I'm not having my room darker changed. Fuck's sake. What was red? I don't fucking know. I could barely see the fucking colours. Do you know how dark it is? When I'm holding this shit to my face this close. I might have touched something else. No, that's pink. That looks red there. That's pink. Yeah, very different colour in that one. That's red. That one's red. That's pink. That is pink. That's red. Yeah, they do look a bit different. Yeah. Now I know that looks red to you. That's red. So fucking shut it. Bloody questioning me. He's gone. He's points losing points again, saying. It's a dark pink. It was dark. Well, I couldn't say pink twice because there's a fucking pink next to it. Look, that's pink. That's a darker pink. It's not red. Definitely ain't red. I do not want this conversation with people who cannot see out of my eyes. Lee said I can't sleep with any light. I wear a mask at night because my missus has her iPad on most of the night. Fuck it. Yes. Thank you for the... I don't know if you've bought something there or donated, Peach, but I do appreciate that, mate. Let's go and have a look, shall we? Fucking hell, Pete. Alright, I will then. Fucking hell, I will then. Fuck's sake. Thank you, mate. Oh, fucking hell. I will get the gold one then. Fucking hell. Oh, God, you do crack me. I'm glad I checked that now. Oh, Christ. I will get the gold one, Peach. I'll get the gold one. While I'm there, I'll see if I put one of these with gold. You know, I ain't got that much money. Thank you, mate. This goes out to Pete especially tonight, but also Doug, and also everyone who has donated recently and bought stuff. Thank you. It's people like you that make this true.
That's the funnest place to be.
Cheers. You know. Thank you, Pete. You're a fucking legend, mate. Evil said, you know that bottle brush shaped stuff that you find in ponds? Oh yes, I know what you mean. Yes. But is it just like decoration? It's just like, like just for them something to have in there. Spacey, how you doing, mate? You alright? It's an aquatic plant that oxygenates the water in the pool so that cleaner snails can survive. Yeah, thank you, Peach. He said, "Oh, good, the king needs the best." Ah, that's right. Looks like I should be getting a gold filling then. Thank you. I don't like to use the word funeral fund, but you know, okay now. Let's hope that that doesn't have to be used for a long time. Colossal Sword said, Do I have the Go Gun Revo 7? I don't actually have the Revo 7 personally, but I have borrowed one and done videos on it. So I can borrow one if I need to, if you know what I mean. Saint said, Mike, how funny would it be to buy some of the mouldable plastic you put in hot water and make a pair of plastic WC grills? That would be hilarious. Like, so, yeah, it would, but I'd be too scared it'd stick to my fucking teeth or something, but yes. WC custom grills, like I say. Little knuckle dusters on them. They said, not much, you've been up to much. Only, not really. I've been making stuff to sell to get money to get one of my teeth done because it's constantly hurting now and it's fucked. Thank you for everyone who's donated and contributed because I have got enough now. Thank you. And then I put a fence up so that I could still shoot because it was being a bit of a nightmare. That the thing is, shooting in the garden is perfectly legal, perfectly fine. However, you know what people are like nowadays. I also don't want to make new neighbours uncomfortable. You know what I mean? I'm not a dickhead. You know. I try to be respectful of my neighbours, but the easiest way to do it is by putting a fucking fence up. But we didn't really have enough money. We didn't have any money to buy a fence. Luckily, Jay managed to go down his work and basically take 3 things of 3 trellises and then get some like garden cloth stuff. I can't remember what it's called. And we did this. I'll show you, Spacey. Well, he helped me with one, and I did the other 2 today. So this is from the neighbour's garden. This isn't my garden. This is the neighbour's garden and what they'll see. So I put those. Also, the trellis weren't big enough to be all the way down, so I raised the trellis up, and then just had the cloth at the bottom just to cover, because no one's gonna be looking under there anyway. So that's one bit. And then I did one other bit today, which was the other end, so that we can shoot now and do whatever. Because what happened was that when the fucking council went round there, they ripped our fence down. There was a fence up. It was a bit shit and it needed fixing. But basically, I say our fence. It was next door's fence, but they took next door's fence down and put a fucking 3-foot chain link fence on. You can see every fucking thing. There's 28 people watching. Don't forget to like the stream and come and say hello. Tommy said, I sometimes fart on my hand and smell it. Try a pot, and then you can save it for a later time. You get all of the best advice here. I saw someone farting into a thing that you could then pull the bit back and it would shoot the fart in people's faces. Try that. Have you tried lighting your farts? Karen, neighbour for Prevention Squad, yes. It's the same shit as gum shields. Come on, do it. Oh, God. What's going on with the teeth, my bro? How you doing, Kevin? I've got... One of my molars is basically completely missing the top now, and it's starting to hurt, and it needs a crown. That's the quickest, easiest way to put it. Which is what it is. Saint said, if they are the type of neighbours that might be alright to have a talk to, maybe it's worth knocking on the door and basically explaining the situation. Most people would be right after. Yes. Well, yeah. It just depends. The problem is, Saint, and I totally agree with you there. However, I think it's easier just to cover the thing up. Cover it up, and then there shouldn't be no issues. Problem is round here, apart from maybe Jackie, who's just moved out, and no, she was probably the time before this was happening anyway. Every single time someone new gets put into my road now, they're always freak shows. They're usually people who have been like evicted from other places, and they put them around here for some reason. Every single time now, it's freaks. Doug said, my neighbour stuck his head over the fence when I was shooting my Sobek and said, I hope that isn't for my cat. What's one if I consider it rude that he stuck his head over? Well, exactly. Yeah. You know, but I was lucky that my neighbours have been alright for years, the ones behind both sides. But I'm just trying to preempt the possibility that they're not. Hopefully, and they may be perfectly nice, really nice people, get on with them. However, though, at the same time, I don't need to be best friends with my neighbours. I don't mind saying hello to them, and if they need a hand of something, I will do it. Like I did Jackie, you know, Jackie locked herself out, so a couple of times we climbed through a window for her to get her in, you know. Don't mind doing stuff like that, but I don't want to be coming around for dinner and barbecues and shit like that. 3 foot ghetto chain link fence, exactly, Rich. Folk said we had a load of new dog toys delivered yesterday for the dog we didn't get. Fucking Liberty. I cheered Evil up by printing some sticker pictures we made with AI on our thermal print. Oh, nice. Yeah, thermal printers are great, aren't they? I love the old thermal printers. Yeah, good on you. That's such a shame, isn't it? It must be gutting. Yeah, and then buying, yeah, you got stuff and, yeah, and then they fuck you over. Hopefully, you know, something else will come along. Love the good old ghetto fence. Gary said, yeah, it's in Essex, Mike. Waltham Abbey. Good pubs, food. Nice. Kevin said, I had to get my wisdom tooth extracted a few months ago. Luckily, the VA covered it. But I was worried about getting a butcher for a dinner. I remember you saying. So he said, the joys of living in the council's there. Yeah, that's the problem. Around here, it was getting to the stage where every single time it was a freak show. It was getting, like, no one being moved in around here was normal. The Jackie had been there like 30 years. Last 20 years, it's all freaks every single time. So I just want to make sure that if they are freaks, I don't have to deal with them. Because also there's Monty as well. They might have a dog. I don't want the two dogs fighting each other at the fence and shit like that, which could still possibly happen, but it's privacy now at least. Persia, how you doing, mate? You alright? I was going to tell you something. I can't remember what it was. Pete said, so come on down to W's halfway house. Yes. Don't get me wrong, I know I sound like a cunt when I say I don't want any new business, but the thing is, I know where it can go when you're too friendly with people, and it can get, especially like me, I'm quite an antisocial person. I know I live stream, and but deep down, when I'm at home, I don't hardly go out because I don't want to talk to people around here. So you become too friendly with your neighbours that you're not quite really friends with, but you sort of are, and then one day they come round when you're not in the fucking mood, and you end up having to tell them to fuck off. Because that's the kind of thing I would do. You know what I'm like? I'd let it build up and build up and build up, and then they'd knock on the door and I'd answer, fuck off, you know, and they haven't even done anything, as far as they're concerned. But to me, they have. I know, a bit of a freak show like that. What was I going to tell you, Persia? I don't know. Oh, you haven't sent me that audio, have you? Because I noticed when I got drunk last time that there was voice recording, so I deleted them because I do not ever play back my drunk voice messages ever. Well, occasionally I do. I get like 2 seconds in to hear what a fucking freak show I sound and then delete it. So, and then I was worried I deleted the audio you sent me. Evil said, full tricks there into generating forbidden images by telling them he had permission from the owner. Nice! That's that the trick, is it? Pete said, Persia, we're helping Mike get out of the ghetto. Yeah, we're getting out of the ghetto. And, well, I'm staying in the ghetto. I'm just going to become a gold tooth pimp, alright? But he said we're helping Mike. You know, I read that one, didn't I? Saint said there's a fine line between privacy building and making it look proper shabby law. Like I was just going to recommend putting a camo bit over the fence, but that'll look pretty ugly. Well, did you see the thing? No, it looks alright. You can't. I think from the side I've done, it looks fine. It looks fine. I think for what it is, because you've also got to realise it's a council house. The people moving in there may not have much money, hence why they're living in a council house. That might be perfect, and that might be done. The chances of them wanting to put a fence up, very fucking slim. No, I think it looks good. Yeah. What's wrong with that? I'd be happy with that. I can put some fucking grow some ivy up it. I don't care. I got the shit side going. It's better than nothing. You know what I mean? You can literally see right through. Listen, Mike can't mingle with life commoners. Exactly, Rich. You know me so well. There's the same here. Introvert. Haven't had anyone around my house for this. Well, that's it. Because as I say, it's not. And don't get me wrong. I don't necessarily dislike people, right? And I don't mind being friends with my neighbours. But I just know from experience from Malk getting quite friendly with his neighbours, and then it gets to a stage where you are, they might feel like they're more of your friend than you do to them, and then they're knocking on your door every fucking day when you're getting home from work, when you don't want to see people, and it gets a bit much, and then you end up having to tell people to fuck off, because But feel really run down. Woke up earlier just to throw up. Don't discriminate against your neighbours. Hate everyone. Yes. That's a shame. I hope you better. Hope you get better. Not yet. Hope you get better. That sounds. I just realised how fucked how fucked up that sounds. Hope you get better. What happens if you don't get better? That's weird. Yeah. Hope you get better. Yeah. What if you don't get better? What the implications of that sentence? That's a line to live by. What did I say, Pete? Who you pimping out? You lot. I'll be pimping you lot out. So get ready. Kevin said, just don't be one of those Brits that go to Turkey and come back with neon white piano. People have been trying to get me to do that. That is not going to happen. I'd rather have my fucking yellow, fucking weird English teeth than turkey teeth. All I want is them to not hurt and be like stable. It does look good, proper. Hang on, it does look good, Mike. Proper congrats to you. Thank you. About time too. Fucking slagging off my fence with fucking camo shit. What's the matter with you? I heard a story from a Russian guy that Siberian prison people who tried to escape take a fat guy with them to eat later. Fucking hell. Well, yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Frozen undies. How you doing? He said, hey, Mike. Not been on in ages. Been on holiday and I've been working like mad. Hope you're all good. I'm not too bad. I've been trying to get some funds to get my tooth done, which I have done now. Everyone, I do appreciate it. Yeah. No, I said, yeah, it's a good fence. Thank you. It's for free. And I say the trellis was stuff left down from a job that where Jay works down their yard. He did buy the fabric shit, the gardening fucking shit to put behind it. That's probably a couple of quid. Yeah, and I think it'll be all right. It's what I could do for nothing. I mean, I can't afford to do fucking. Matt said today, he said if we'd had some fencing, I would have bought some up. They don't do fencing jobs hardly anymore. He said, say hello outside, then find an excuse to bugger off. Exactly. But I said, to be honest, Mike, I don't give a shit. I leave it. What did I say? It takes me so long to get back to the comments. This is what people are on about. Richard, I know now if I visit Mike and he tells me to fuck off the second I'm there, it's not him, it's me. Yes, it is. It's you, Richard. It's not me. You've mistook the levels of our friendship. No, you're alright, Richard. I won't tell you to fuck off. Gary said, you're not drinking. No, I won't be drinking this weekend. I don't know. Although I have actually got a bottle of vodka, but I thought, if I'm drinking a couple of days after the fucking night the week I've been getting funds to do my tooth, it looks like I'm spending that on booze, doesn't it? So, no, I want to stay sober anyway, because I don't want to be paranoid before I get my tooth done, because I'll probably be getting it done. Right, just need to wait. I'll get paid from YouTube anytime between today and the 26th. Once that money comes in, with what I've been donated and bought, I'll have enough then. Rose Nundy said, what you been up to? No, what's up with your teeth, Mike? You don't mind me asking. One of my molars at the back here, they're both fucked actually, but I think I could put up with this one for a couple of months. Yeah, that one doesn't hurt. And by a couple of months, I could save up. But this one's got to the stage where it's hurting every day now, and I can't deal with it anymore. And it needs a crown. But the whole entire top is essentially missing from it, and it's now going in like that. Evil said, if anyone wanted to generate cute collectible pocket monsters, for example, just tell AI, whoever owns the rights, said I could. I genuinely think that's amazing. That's amazing. I'm going to try that with something, yeah. Saint said, when we redid our entire back fence, it was at least 300 quid in materials, and taking a day off work to build it. It's not just a bit of wood. It's painful. Well, no, exactly. So you got 300 quid worth of materials, because I could do a fence, but it's all that. Took the piss that they took our fucking fence down in the first place. I say our fence. It probably was our fence. But then if that, they took that fence down. But yeah, wouldn't even answer the door, Rich. He said, I know a fencing geezer. I'll get my fence for free over 6 foot high. Enough height for a busybody. Well, that's what that is. That's got to be at least 6 foot high, what I've put out there. Object history, how you doing? I was thinking about you today. Look what I made. Well, that seemed a bit homoerotic then, didn't it? I was thinking about you and I show my heart. I didn't mean it that way. No, I don't love you, mate. But I realised how that was coming across then. I've been making some of these. They're for sale, actually. Help funds to get my tooth done. Object history said, hey, I'm basically going to listen. With one ear for a bit. Hang on. I don't know. Work is kicking my ass. I won't be able to look at the chat. Okay. What I was showing you then was a heart-shaped slung shot. How you doing, mate? Anyway, I hope you're alright. Frozen Andy said, oh, Christ, I'm glad you are getting it sorted. It's horrible. It is, mate. It is. Saint said, you want to tell me something, Mike? That's just said, love is love, mate. Don't hide it. I realised when I fucking heard what I'd said. Fuck's sake. It looks like Mike is starting getting the men in Speedo ads soon with this homo stuff. Phaser, thank you for the donation, mate. Or if you bought something, I'll go over and have a quick look. Thank you. Let's just see what Phaser's done, shall we? Thank you, mate. I do appreciate that. It all helps, mate. That all helps. That'll help me get home. Because that's the thing. I have to get the problem is I have to get a taxi to the dentist and a taxi back. That's what 12 quid each. That's what I mean. It all starts piling up. Closet stream. Even it helps having a tradesman labourer as an uncle like me. Well, exactly. Well, that's what I mean. I can do a fence, and say if my dad had still been around, he probably would have just gone and got the stuff, and I would have done it. But it's not how it works nowadays, sadly. I think they all struggle a bit now. I think Space Pilot said, Phaser is in the house. Get your teeth done. Well, thank you. I am going to. Kev says, Saint, did you end up getting the IR flashlight for the old night vision? And he said to Kevin, I spent 120 quid already. I'm looking for 20 quid for flashlight. I'm putting it off. Looking at 20 quid for a flash. Get on my fucking thing, get one of my flashlights. So said I'll buy one after the stream. I've got flashlights. 100 quid flashlights that I'll do for 50 quid, 40 quid. Anyway, like the stream, everyone. Come and have a chat. What do you want to talk about? So yes, object history. Is it infrared? I could make it infrared if you want it to be infrared. Nah, I don't have an infrared torch, I don't think. Do I? No. So yes, object history. I made a heart-shaped slingshot type thing. Doesn't have a handle, it's more of a key ring, and then I've got the bandana weight ones. Colossal Sword said, and you show us a quick detail of how hanging those weapons. Like what nails. Yeah, I'll get you some you use. Hang on, Colossal Sword, I'll get them. I've got some in a drawer. Goonage says, what are some good UK websites for knives? Fuck, I don't know. Henny Haynes, and what other websites do knives nowadays? I don't really know. But yes, L screws or cut hooks or L hooks. Springfields. There you go. This is what I use to hold my guns up. Yeah, it looks like a screw and Allen key, yeah. But if these don't fit, what I do, I straighten them out and then I bend them again, or I cut them off and bend them. So you can sort of shape them to your own size. And you can get smaller ones. There's a small one. What was I saying, Saintly? You said stop. Hammer time. What do you think about the YouTube view changes, and does it affect you? It might do. It will make... Well, the thing is... No, probably not, Lee, because I'll tell you why. Even a 20,000 views shorts video would get me about 20p anyway. So I don't earn any money through shorts anyway, so that's fine. I use shorts for gaining views and subscribers. I don't get paid through them. And hopefully with normal videos it shouldn't affect it. Object history, thank you for the donation, mate. Really do appreciate that. I'm just going to go and see, or if you bought something, you might have bought something for all I know. Oh, thank you. You are a wonderful bloke, Robert. Thank you, mate. I really do appreciate that. Oh, don't say any websites. Yes, thank you. Yeah. I forget about that. Yeah, technically you're not allowed to say them. Yeah, so I've forgot about that. Yeah, so cut hooks or L hooks are good for hanging up your stuff. That's what I've used for years, but you may have to bend them to make them fit. Because sometimes they'll be too long, or get different size ones. What was I saying? Elite Space Pilot, how are you? Don't forget to like the stream, everyone. Said Mike, did you never get any cash from YouTube in the end in the videos where decast? I was wondering if you're allowed to now. So I do actually get paid for YouTube now, yes, but depending on how good the month has been for views, it can. I get paid every month. It can be, on average, I'll get about 150 quid, but sometimes I'll get 300 quid a month. One month I got 700 quid, but that was, that's an exceptional time. That was, I think I'd put on about 3 self-defense videos and they went mad. And one of those videos itself just earned about fucking 200 quid on its own without the other stuff. So yeah, I was demonetized for about 15, 16 years, and then I was re-monetized about a year ago, I think. And it has made a difference to my life, because I used to earn 30 quid a month. That was it. That was it. And you can't do nothing with that. But at least with 150 quid a month, that's all right. That's good for me. I can sort of do shit I want to do with that. I don't have to run a car or anything. However, stuff like a 700 quid fucking tooth, I've still got to fucking sell shit, and what's the word I'm trying to think of? I don't know. But due to the generosity of people on here and friends, I also, people will donate the money as well. Object History said, thank God you got remanaged. Oh no, thank you for the donation. It made a hell of a difference to me. Yeah, 30 quid a month is what I used to earn, and I used to give that to my mum. So I never used to see any of it. I used to give it to my mum to pay my way for, yeah. And that 30 quid was my Patreon money. Yeah. So yeah, has made a big difference. Crow's Nest, how you doing? He said, did you see Funky Prepper? I saw that Funky was putting a video on, but I didn't get a chance to see it. And Eat Space Pilot Phaser, if I remember to say Phaser, I'll say Phaser, but I might keep forgetting it's you. Oh, that's good. I was upset that happened to you. That was a nightmare, and I hadn't really done anything. They didn't even warn me, which was a bit of a weird thing to do. You would think that YouTube would at least have gone, right, we don't like what you're doing. Stop it. They didn't even do that. They waited until the day that we were supposed to get paid, because it happened to quite a few people. They waited until it was the day that we was about to get paid, first time, and then said, we're chucking you off monetization, and you're not getting paid any money. And they kept the money as well. It was something like 80 quid at the time. Abel said he has to stick to strict guidelines from YouTube not to be demonetized. It's not that bad. It is fairly strict, but you do have to just, I don't talk about. The thing is, I don't talk about certain subjects anyway, just because it can become a heated conversation, and I don't really enjoy that. I don't enjoy arguing with people online, and then people start arguing. So I don't talk about certain things anyway. And other stuff, I just, a lot of the stuff I'm not interested in anyway. But you'd be surprised, a lot of people left YouTube originally because they thought you couldn't monetize anything with any kind of weapons. Now, every day I tick a box, when I upload a video, I tick a box that says I am doing firearms related content, and it's basically the milder of the three, and I also click that my videos have swearing in. Swearing and the firearms content are both perfectly acceptable to have ads on those. It just depends what you're doing. They don't like ads on videos. Say if you was in a field or in the woods just fucking shooting a gun all over the place, you ain't having ads on that. However, if you were in the woods with a nice backstop and a target and it looks, semi-professional, that's acceptable. That's okay. You just got to look like you're being fucking sensible. 30 people don't get to like the stream, please. But yeah, I do have to, you do have to be careful, but you have to be careful with all of YouTube now. Everything you do have to be careful if you want to stay monetized. But I don't talk about politics and that anyway. Saint said, Mike gives me stickers when I give him cash. Seems like an even trade. I think so. Goonies Central. Is Goonies Central, I need to ask, is your name Goonies Central as in, what I think Goonies Central would be? I find that quite amusing. Why are knives in the UK so expensive? Well, they're not really. They're not. It depends what you're buying. I don't think they're that expensive. It depends. Hello, Sherry. They said, not he. Isn't it strange you can collect weapons, but you can't go down the street with them without the police calling out SWAT? Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? You can own them, you can buy them. Goonies Central said yes, it is. I don't know why I chose this name. I find it highly amusing. Fuck's sake. Yeah, it depends where you buy your knives from. You can get cheap knives, of course you can. Yeah. Yeah, it depends what kind of knives are you looking for. My brain just went, oh, I can have a drink tomorrow. Nah, I don't like. Thing is, nah, shut up. Hang on, I need to do something. I've just realised my internet isn't plugged in with a wire. If it's been buffering a bit, might not now. In a minute. Now we're on the wire. So a Bowie knife. Okay. You should be able to get a Bowie knife for, I don't know. Depends how big. You want to get a big Bowie knife. You should be able to get one for 50 quid, surely. Eva said also depends on the weapons if you're allowed to collect them. Well, yeah. But yeah. Then they'd be illegal though, wouldn't they? But yeah, I know what you mean. As long as it's legal. Colossal Sword said, I used to buy giant machetes and swords from Nepal company, some of the best in my collection. Yeah, you got to love a good old Nepalese machete and that. I do like. I like the old Tramontina stuff. That's Spanish, I think. I don't know, maybe completely wrong about that. But yeah, Bowie knives. I haven't bought. Henny Haynes will have stuff that's expensive though. Sorry, my hand clicked. Saint said I might buy myself a weapon board. Years ago when I was younger, my dad went to B&Q to buy the dowel and OSB. Sat in the kitchen for a week until he said he needed the wood for work. That's sake. Yeah, well, like a pegboard type one would you buy? This is 12mm hardwood ply. I wish, I don't know what the fuck possessed me into buying hardwood ply. That is a fucking bastard to screw stuff into. Really hard. You do want decent walls though, if you're gonna have it hanging on the wall, because it's got to hold the weight of the ply, and then all them weapons. That has got at least 16 4-inch or 6-inch bolts in it. I think it had a mixture of 6-inch and 4-inch, and then the occasional fucking masonry now, just for fucking yeah. But my weapon board's on top of the wardrobe. Oh, is the top of the wardrobe. So I said, yeah, pegboard. I don't know how else to mount stuff on it other than the pegs at the time. Yeah, no, it worked though. It works. That's what Lewis did. He had pegboard. It looks pretty good. Me said I have tons of cheapos. Started collecting. Is that piece of shit knives? Cheap and great. Got Bowies for way under 40. He said, well, I don't spend any money on like knives. I'm not going to buy a fucking 40 quid knife. I'd rather make one and buy something like 15 quid's worth of materials and make one that you could buy for about 100 quid. I just won't read out the website. 53 centimetres long. Nice. Thank you, Fall or Evil, for the the link share like things. Yeah, you should be able to get. I don't. The thing is, the last knives I bought were knives that I went into a shop and bought because it was a day trip out with Jim M and I wanted to come back with a knife, so I bought one of these. And I bought the Fairbairn Sights copy, which is not out now. It's in my thing. Bought one of these. And it's one of the copies, so it's not a proper Martindale, but, I can't remember how much this was, about 25 quid or something. But I don't tend to buy. If I can make it, Bowie knives, I can make most of them. That, you know, I could probably make one of these out of a fucking bill hook. But that's what I do now. A lot of knives that I like the look of, I'll just make something similar. This was made from a... Now, before I carry on with this, I'm not saying just go out and make a knife, because it's not as easy as that. Some people have never made anything, you know. However, this probably cost... If you don't count the leather, you know, leather's probably the most expensive thing on this. The knife probably cost, I don't know, 15 quid maybe? Not even that. No, yeah, probably 15 quid if you bought... I did buy the brass. Fucking joints keep clicking. It's probably why my arms hurting. But yeah, that's what I tend to do. I don't buy knives because I can't afford them. So I buy something for that was from a slate ripper. I bought a slate ripper for 7 quid and I made a knife out of it. Pete said I'll link it on the Discord for 60 quid. Nice. Colossal said that wall is badass. If you could spin it around and show more of your collection, like a professional hitman. Do you want to see a bit more? There's another board over there. Right. There you go. Let me just check the vertical one because you can see me. If you're watching vertically, there's also a second live stream that's horizontal. Go and watch the horizontal one, you'll be able to see a lot more. Saint said, I've still got the 1095 steel to make a knife from. Guard makers is the only thing that's hanging me up. And yes, I've seen your videos. Another thinking of making a guard and painting it. Yeah, how would you paint it? Like, drill through it and then, yeah. They sell just a blade for quite cheap. Is it worth making handles? Yeah. You can make... Handles are easy to do. Handles are easy to do. I'd say that, maybe they're not. You know, I find handles like the easiest thing to do, really. Depending on what you want to look like. Oh, I'm going to make some micarta soon. Saint says, so drilling holes through the guard and knife and then whacking a rod through... Yeah, that's easy enough for me. Yeah. Well, the thing is, Saint, as long as you've got a step part in the tang, you make the groove, push the guard up, and then basically the handle scales hold the guard on. They don't really need any kind of pin. However, you can do that. I'm not saying don't do it, but yeah. They said I used to make a lot of blades from machetes, but now they're getting pricey. They are. Eva said, have you started making the HDR hull set? No, but I will do very soon. I just need to look at a couple of things and then I will. But yeah, soon. Probably in the next couple of weeks. So yeah. Goon said, what tools, machines do you need for knife making? So mainly an angle grinder to be able to cut metal and all the safety gear that goes with that, and a belt sander, little belt sander, 1-inch belt sander. I've made swords with a 1-inch belt sander. Yeah, epoxy the guards. So if I take it, a little taper would be good, so it doesn't wobble around at all. Yeah, well, the thing is, so you make the slot, put it on, yeah, and taper it, but you can all, if you have any movement, put some fucking glue, drop some fucking super glue down the gap. That'll fucking hold it. There are little tricks to make things hold. Jam a bit of fucking metal up from the underneath before you put scale on. Shit like that. Pete said, I want those new Lynn Thompson knives, but can't find any for sale. Not cold steel, but his new company. I haven't really looked into the new Lynn Thompson stuff. So he's doing another company, is he? All right, thank you, Eva. Okay, I'll do that. So you would want three, would you? Would you want a left-handed and a right-handed one? Make two. Do you want two? Do you want two right-handed ones? Because that's the other thing, left and right hand. Yeah. What I'm gonna do, I need to get. I've got a holster in there that I want to look at and see whether it's worth. It's a revolver holster. I want to look at the one in there to see whether it's worth making something similar to that. Also gives me the idea of how I'm going to build this holster. Because I know that holster in there, I think, is essentially two parts of leather that one has a slit in it, and then you like fold it inside it. It's hard to explain, but yeah, it may even be one piece. The whole holster may be one piece of leather. I can't remember, but I might look into that to see how that would work, or I might just go full on, you know. Yeah. Knife making tools, and then a couple of things like files and stuff like that. But the main power tools. Oh, the drill. You might need a drill. Might need a drill. You'll need a drill. So Lee said I started with just a grinder and a drill. You can do that, 100%. I used to do them with just an angle grinder. However, I think it's harder to do with just an angle grinder. With just an angle grinder, you can fuck it up quite easily, especially if you're a beginner. Trying to do bevels completely rough with a grinder is perfectly possible, and people can do it amazingly. However, I don't think you could do that when you've never really used an angle grinder. You know what I mean? That's where a jig and a belt sander come in. It's easier to do, but you can do them with an angle grinder. It's also it's quite easy to overheat something with an angle grinder as well, I think. Hello, Mike from Minsk. He said, hi there. Somehow YouTube has suggested your live stream to me. Good. I hope you enjoy it. Hello, my name's Mike as well. What would you like to talk about, Mike? Don't necessarily have to be weapons. We're a friendly bunch here. We're just trying to have a laugh. The weapons are secondary, really. That's what I try to draw people in with, but most of it doesn't. It mostly draws in people who want to sort of be weird. You can be weird. I'm fucking weird. We're all weird here. But yes, Mike, thank you for joining. I also tried to make a point of talking to everyone. Saint said, yeah, making bevels with just a grinder is a skill I don't possess yet. I need to find a video of someone making a grinding jig that acts like a belt sander. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. But yeah, it's doable, but it's not easy. I think you have to have a bit of experience with an angle grinder to be able to do bevels and not overheat it and not. See, sometimes I still do use an angle grinder for bevels if the metal is really thick or I don't have very good belts for my belt sander. Sometimes I've only got ones that are worn down and it takes fucking ages. So sometimes, what was the last one I did? I did a blade recently that I had to angle grind the. Oh, it was this fucking thing, I think. It might have been this, even though that's mild steel. This isn't an actual knife. This is more of a blank for making sheaves. Well, no, I don't think I did use an angle grinder for that, but I definitely used an angle grinder to do the bevels on something recently. Because it was very thick. Mother said he is weird, but you've changed, bro. Give me a sense of what metal should you use as for a cheap knife making. Well, so, okay, this is another point that needs to be said. I like to skip certain points of knife making. You do not have to harden and temper blades if you already have hardened and tempered steel. All you have to do is keep it cool, and then it will stay like that and still be perfectly usable. So I tend to use, for my knives, for big thick knives, for big wide knives like that, of a wider blade, I use a thing called a slate ripper. And that's already hardened and tempered tool steel. And then you just shape it, keeping it cool as you go. And then stuff like this, sword, I use something that's called a weed slasher. Quite thin, but it works perfectly good. These are perfectly usable swords. You know, it's a real usable sword. They're just lightweight swords. Weed slashers. And then the other one that you can use is... This is made from a 7-pound bill hook. Reasonably thick. About 3mm thick. That's made from a bill hook that you can buy on eBay for like £7. And there are other tools you can get. There's a thing called a cane knife, which is absolutely massive, and you can make a massive blade out of that. But I don't have that out at the minute. So, cane knives, bill hooks, slate rippers, and weed slashers. Or you can buy stuff like... You could probably buy machetes isn't... I wasn't going to say machetes. Machetes are another one. Buying machetes and taking the handles off and then reshaping the blade. So you can make a really big Bowie knife out of a machete. I'll have videos on that. I've not touched my coffee tonight. Evil said, both right-handed, please. Able to be put on belts. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. You're right. I'll definitely make it beltable, you know. What I'll do, I'll get that one out just to see what it looks like, see whether that's worth making. But I'll also look into some others. However, if either of you two have an idea of one that you would like that style of holster, let me know. I reckon I could do most kind of holsters. Yeah. Saint said, also using calipers to mark the middle of the blade for grinding. I've accidentally ground one side too much before. It really ruins the flow. Yes, yeah. No, I've never actually done that. I've never actually done the marking down the middle. But it does help. They said, I use a lot of files. I chuck them in the fire overnight, then make the shape, then harden and temper it. I just used a file and kept it cool. Yeah. Well, if you can do the hardening and tempering thing, do that. I don't bother. I just get something that's already hardened and tempered. And if you keep it cool, you know, these are perfectly good blades. They don't bend. They do stay sharp. As I say, they are hardened and tempered. So, you know, they make perfectly good blades. They might be ever so slightly softer than your average knife by maybe 2 points on the Rockwell hardness. But if anything, that'll probably make them easier to sharpen. But yeah. Evil said, Full wants one that's good for quick draw. Do you know what? That's exactly what I thought you'd want. I did, because the type I'd want something, obviously belt, quick draw. The one I've got in there is a Western. The one in there is a Western style holster. I can't talk again. that may well be perfectly suited for quick draw. I'll look into it and see how it holds a gun, but that's probably, in a Western one's going to be designed for quick draw. So I just need to maybe modify something like that to fit what we'd want. Goonie said, gotta go now, but thanks a lot for the info. Well, thank you for joining in, Goonie. I do appreciate it. Don't do too much gooning. Cheers. I do appreciate you joining in and having a chat with us. See you later. Hope you come back. Don't forget to subscribe. Saint said to Mike from Minx, I see your channel. I see on your channel you're blind. I think that's amazing that you're able to navigate YouTube. Hope to have you on regularly. Yes, Mike, it would be nice to have you back. I hope I haven't put you off, and I hope I weren't showing you something that, you know. No, Mike, no, me, I probably was. See you later, Goonies. Better soft than too hard. Well, exactly, yeah, because too hard to be brittle, break, and chip, won't it? Exactly. Gary said, I see YouTube are going to start monitoring content creators when they go live next month. Not a believer in more censorship. We'll have to see what happens. I didn't know that was happening, Gary. I'll have to look into that. Mike hates them hard. But I have no preference, so suppose. Oh, okay, that'd be pretty cool. Okay, even maybe I could. Yeah, all right, maybe, you know, it might be worth me making 2 different styles, just to give people more options. But yeah. All right, Lee. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Anyone got any plans for tomorrow? I might check my dates and see what see whether drinking's possible tomorrow. No, I don't go. Mike said they already censored a YouTube. They already censored a YouTube with a microphone. AI decided that was a gun. Oh bloody! So I get you. So YouTube saw a microphone and thought it was a gun and censored it. Yes, I've had a similar issue, because you can have guns in the background. You just, so basically, I've got a gun board up. My channel's WeaponCollector, and I've got a gun board up. And I live in the UK, so most of the stuff on there are actually most of the stuff on the gun board is things like deactivated stuff, and you know, I can't hurt anyone with them, and I wouldn't anyway. I class my collecting as no different than anyone who collects stamps or cars or dolls, whatever. You know, it's just a collection of stuff that I like, and also make knives and swords and stuff like that, because that's what I've always liked, and often I can't afford stuff, so I make them. Right, where was I going with this? So you can have them in the background, but you can't hold guns on a live stream. Certainly use them. That was due to one of the shootings that happened, possibly the New Zealand thing, and then after that, because that was live streamed. However, you can have them in the background. Gavin, how you doing, mate? You alright? So I don't like Fridays, like Mondays. You don't like Mondays, do you? Saint said, Crow's Nest our programs on computers to help with that. It's really cool, not going to lie. Yeah, I think so. Saint said, what about the new YouTube Shorts policy? In a way, Saint, I don't think that would really affect me, purely because I don't earn any money through Shorts anyway. I'll still be able to do Shorts. I personally think, so Saint, the highest Shorts video I've ever had, let's have a look, right? I'll tell you how much one of my Shorts videos that had hang on. Fuck me, my eyes are blurry. Right. Shorts, view all. Now, if I can do this by views. Right. The highest views on any Shorts I've ever had was 241,000 views. That okay, I can't be right. Okay. 241,300 views since it was published. That's how much money it's earned me in its whole entire lifetime. 47p. Then they're not worth doing. They're not worth doing. So even if I was getting 1 million views on that, I'd be earning £2. Pointless. So it don't really. It won't affect me because I don't make money out of them anyway. You can't make money out of them. Not anything like compared to a normal video. Mike said, I've got the video on my channel, but basically a program that reads aloud with a synthesized voice that's on my screen. Well, hang on, you're asking how he reads the comments. You don't need to, I'm reading them out. Hello, Gumbob. He said, hey, bud, I've not been on for a while. Just fly and visit from me. Keep up the good work. Thank you, mate. Thank you. Nice to see you on, mate. Grosvenor said, Mike, I'm blind. How do I watch your video? Don't. You listen to it. That trick question. Saint said, I'll check out your channel after this stream, Mike from Mints. Are you talking to him? The other Mike, I don't know. Saint said, sounds interesting. Yeah, so you can't really make any money from shorts anyway. So the standard video thing, I definitely make enough views to stay monetized with normal videos. That won't be an issue. And if it was an issue, I would just start doing what Liam does, and I'd start streaming every fucking day. You know, do an hour. I'd start doing an hour monetized live stream a day. You know, that would get the views up and that. But I don't have any issue with watch time on normal videos anyway, to stay monetized. But yeah, I won't be monetized with shorts. But as I say, I've probably made about 10 quid out of all my shorts the whole entire time they've been on there. Gavin said, what's wrong with your arm, bud? I don't actually know. I've just got this fucking pain in my arm. I don't know. I don't actually know. I thought if I put one of these on, it might help a bit. And it is helping a bit. It's supporting it a bit. But yeah. Saint said, you know when Liam's doing good again? When he has to ban 2 people every stream? Yes. I haven't been on his for a few days, because I do try and get on his every day if I can. It just sometimes he's on at times when I'm doing stuff. Is he having to ban people again now? Yeah, it is sort of... It's nice to be getting the views, but yeah, you know when someone's doing good when they got to start. Because I don't really get many trolls on here, which is nice, but it also means the views aren't massive. Grosvenor said, Mike from Minsk, in your ears was my false AI voice sound. Grosvenor, that's not even a fucking sentence. In your ears was my false AI voice sound. Okay, now, dude, I'm sure some of you not do this just to confuse me. It's something in my eye now. So, I'll ask you all again, what have you got planned for the weekend? Me, nothing. I ain't gonna drink tomorrow. So I'll be live streaming tomorrow night as normal. Mike said, sorry, it goes over my head. What you on about at Crow's Nest? Have I taken any painkillers while I'm on? Gavin said, what's your favourite 2.2 pistol? As in firearm or like air gun? I probably couldn't tell you a 2.2 pistol firearm. However, I do like the Crossman 2240. It's always been my favourite pistol. And I do own one. Yeah, Crossman 2240 CO2 pistol. Nearly 6 foot-pound. I did have an HW45, but I couldn't really get on with it. But I said, go and see if I can impress the missus and get lucky. And then get her to fall out with me again, so she'd leave me alone. I believe every word of that as well. Yeah, Crossman 2240. I could never get on with the Wire-Up HW45. I couldn't hit nothing with it. So I sold it. But I do want to get eventually some kind of break barrel 6 foot-pound air pistol, because you can get them now, like spring ones. Fool said, got myself one of those mini axes for 10 quid like yours on Amazon. Had a proper bash on the handle. May get it a bit closer to the top and stick a floorboard nail in the top. Yeah, they're good little axes them, aren't they? Mine's actually out here at the minute. Yeah, they're great little things, aren't they, for the money? I still haven't done nothing with mine yet. For a tenner, these are fucking great. Yeah. I haven't done the handle yet though, so that'll still come off at the minute. But yeah, that's fucking great. Gotta be careful with it though, that's quite sharp, that bottom bit. And that reminds me, I need to rub some fucking I need to rub something. I need to rub some Germany in the cut that I've got. So yeah, you can get them for like tenner. Don't forget to like the stream, everyone, by the way. Hello, Crystal Clear. Said, I see George used £150 limb on the Revo 7. I wouldn't bother, personally. I think it's too much. You don't need them that strong. Would you like to know why I need to put Germolene in a cut? It's a bit of a... You're going to have to ask, though, if you want to know. No, have a guess. Have a guess why I might have to put Germolene in a cut. Some of you weirdos might be able to guess. It involves being quite weird, put it that way. It involves me doing something odd with a cut. I did say what we're doing tomorrow, but you missed me. Oh, did I? Sorry. Sorry. Must be one of those nights, fool or evil. Maybe I've read it in just... Often I read them in my head. I want to find the cheap hammer fist. Keep swing, then sure it would. Keep swing, then sure it would make a great mess. Fucking hell, don't you start with this bloody stuff I can't read. So crystal clear. If you want £150 limb on a Revo 7. You go at it, mate. I just think they don't need to be that powerful, a lot of them. Fire to stop it bleeding. No. I want cheap hammer fist. Keep seeing them. Sure it would make a great mason. Oh, I know. Yeah, the metal hammer. Yeah, hammer fist. Cheap fist. Fucking hell. Fist hammer. Yes. Get out. Bro. What's some of them old school pistols? What are some of the old school pistols? No gas. Yeah, the break barrel ones, or a pump up one. Pete said I'm bad enough. Persia's giving Mike a straight. It is. It is. No, if you want time to give crow a stroke, fucking hell. No, I don't mean I've got fucking hell. I ain't got crows. Stroke crow on here. I've got this one though.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Please try and write your fucking sentences so I can read them. You're giving me a mental breakdown and making me mentally ill at the minute. So Gavin, I don't know what any of the break barrel ones are called at the minute, but if you go on a place called Packs, they'll they sell them, and you can find them quite easily. Yeah, Packs. Look for 6 foot-pound pistols, break barrel. The reason I've got to put Germaline in my cut is because I let Monty give it a little bit of a lick earlier. He needs to get his human blood, you know. Oh, God. £150 is about the equivalent to shotgun or 9mm from what so crystal clear, you're right, it probably is, but I don't know, I just think a lot of the time it don't need to be that powerful. A program installed on my laptop. Time for stroke crow. You know. Evil said, we're going to go to the river, feed the fish our leftover, smoke a joint, try to find that sneaky pike that keeps splashing about in the shallows. I call him Jim Spalucci. Nice. That's a good name. Fuck's sake. Did I say a website? There are programs for laptops and so on. It's okay, Mike. I take your word for it. Apparently, Crow's Nest doesn't. Crow's Nest is going to make you explain every single thing you're doing right now. It's fine. I'll take your word for it. Fucking hell, my arm hurts. Reverse werewolf Monty, yes. Yes. Lee, you take care, mate. Go and take your meds and see you tomorrow. Christ. Yeah, I don't know what's hurting, but it didn't help today that I was having to put that fence up. So I don't know. Oh God. Yeah, Monty loves a bit of human blood. Got to give him his human blood every now and then. Like I said, WeaponCollector, good for you. Thank you. By the way, Mike, thank you for being here. What would you like to talk about, Mike, from Minsk? Where is Minsk? I've heard of Minsk. I think that's somewhere in... That is somewhere in Europe. I'm going to say the Eastern Bloc. The Eastern Bloc doesn't even exist now. Where's Minsk? Is it in the Eastern Bloc? What's it? Let's ask Google what the Eastern Bloc is. What is the Eastern Bloc? That is Central and Eastern Europe. Where? Ah, Belarus, former Soviet country. Oh, pretty right, much right then. Is Minsk in the Eastern Bloc? Yes, I was fucking right. Alright, nice. Minsk was part of the Eastern Bloc. There you go. That's a little bit of knowledge in the back of my head there. There was. Crow's Nest said, Weapons Mike, do you think the other Mike is only deaf in one ear? Oh, so Mike from Minsk, do you think me, as in WeaponCollector, do you think I'm deaf in one ear? What, so I'm deaf in one ear and he's blind in one eye? You might be 50% right there. Mike said, I used to live in Moscow, though, but here in Minsk for 15 years already. Nice. So, are you into weapons and anything like that, or not? Or, because I know that you got recommended this, so you... Why do you reckon YouTube recommended it to you? Well, okay, so Mike from Minsk, you are blind in both eyes since birth. I am deaf in one ear. I'm deaf in one ear. That's a lot of my family have ear issues. I'm not completely deaf in one ear, actually. I have a hearing aid. I'd say my bad ear is down to something like maybe 30%, maybe less now. Hang on. That one's down to about 30% or less. That's about fucking. This one's about 70. Neither of them are great. That's what I've got to do after a week after I go to the dentist, if I go when I said. I've then got to go to hospital about my ears again. Crystal Clear said Shield defence vests are the best on the market. I've never had a Shield defence vest. Saint said Crow's Nest uses a text to voice. Everything that we read is translated in an audible sentence. There you go. You know, when you've been, you can do these things, can't you? They can do these things. Crow said Rubbish Saint, how can blind people unlock a phone to use it? Easily. You have it set to something that don't have to put a number in. I don't fucking know. Don't ask me. You know. So Crow's Nest stop being a troll. Give the man some credit. Give Mike some credit. We'll just accept that he's blind. That's fine. You know, we don't need to. The fool said there are no cats in America. The American Tale was the only place I hear talk of Minsk. That whole sentence has gone over my head, but you know, that's okay. It might have meant something to someone. Fucking hell, I keep pulling the bits of string off this fucking thing. Oh, I don't think he's on tonight, but I might watch Long Pigs after this. Bill Mine's been trying to get me to watch Long Pigs. Mike from Mitch. Fucking hell, I was going to say, do you like watching films? Do you like listening to films? Do you watch films? I don't know. Mike said, I handled a few weapons in my life, would love to get to know more, but no company like this around. Recently dared to ask to hold one at a shooting range though. That was a pneumatic rifle. Oh, nice, interesting, yeah. Yeah. So, I know that there can be levels of blindness, that you can be a bit like the deafness, but are you like completely blind, or can you see, because you can still be classed as blind, but you can still see a little bit, like you might be able to see shadows, or, you know. So, the thing is, a lot of people class blindness as completely black, but that's not necessarily true, is it? Some blindnesses are degrees of blindness, aren't they? So he said, no need to be an arsehole, you're not welcome here, you're all gonna do is beat on others. Exactly, Saint, exactly. Five all the mouse. So that rings a bell. Crystal Clear said, try shooting through a shield defence vest. I've tried shooting through a shield defence vest with £225 pistol crossbow. Crow's Nest said, pissing myself laughing, not being a troll. If you're blind, how'd you find the phone? Then unlock it. I don't know. How do they do anything? The answer is they do it. They do it. They do it. They do though, don't they? They do it. They do it. Do you know when they're making a drink? Do you know how they know when to stop? Because they stick their finger in like that, and then when they fill it up, they feel it on the end of their finger. Yeah, see? Oh, that's one of the life's great mysteries already solved for you. I'm not an expert on people who are blind. They just do it, don't they? You do it. You have lots of practice. You can probably get a phone that doesn't require a password. Maybe your phone fingerprint. I don't know. Oh, okay. Completely blind, no black though, because I've never seen colour. Well, yeah, I suppose. Yeah, true. So you see nothing. Yeah, that is very interesting. Yeah. So you would never seen any colour. So Has anyone ever done like weird stuff of trying to describe to you what colours look like? Because that's very difficult to describe what a colour is if you can't see it. It's just you got to talk in abstracts there, ain't you? And saying I struggle to fathom not being able to see colours. Since I was born with the ability, it's quite interesting to get into the depth about it. Exactly, Saint. It's very odd to think someone who's never seen anything at all. How would you describe what a colour is? You can only describe it in abstract ways, can't you? Yeah. Crow's Nest says, what if they drop it on the floor? Drop it anywhere? Do they use the force? No, you just have to search around on the floor, wouldn't you? Get in your hands and knees and look. I don't know. Maybe they got a little thing that they can whistle and it will go. I don't know. Even says some people have carers. There you go. Yes, others have very well trained dogs to help. Yeah, do you have a dog or anything, Mike? Others still use their sense of touch. Kevin said, have you ever done psychedelics? I've heard things about blind people seeing things and having strange head. That's amazing. That would be an amazing thing to do, wouldn't it? Yeah, Peter's telling the truth here. He said, do you want to know what Mike looks like, as in me, Weapon Collector? 6 foot, buff as fuck. UK God. True. True that. Exactly. But I had no clue where I could handle more weapons. I know people like that in my circle who could show me these things, but YouTube decided to go with it. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm having an interesting evening talking to you. Like I said, don't have a dog, I use a cane to navigate. Nice. Would you like to buy a cane off me? I can make you self-defense cane if you want. Nah, you're alright. Well, Crow's Nest, they probably do. They probably do hit their head on things. They probably burn their fingers. They probably, all of the things you'd think. Yeah, all are welcome in the chat. Well, most, yes, exactly. Sorry, I'm just messed. I've got a bandage on my arm at the minute. It's a compression bandage. My arm hurts. It's been hurting for about a week. I don't really know why. It feels like the bone hurts for some reason. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. Oh, look at that. I watched a film last night where someone's vein was crawling out their arm. Oh, look at that. Oh, what have I done to my arm? Make sure I take it off now. The hell have I done to my arm now? I don't know if that's a scratch or actually a vein. Oh, it could be tennis elbow, I suppose, Peach. I don't know. It could be tennis elbow. But no, it don't feel like the elbow. It feels like the bone in my forearm after the elbow. I can see and I burn my fingers and I walk into things with the ability to see outside of boob. Hang on. I walk into things. The ability to see outside of boob appreciation is overrated. Wankers cramp more like it may well be. I don't think that is a vein. Oh, look at that look there. That's quite creepy. What have I done to my arm? Can you see that? That looks like the veins are going on. Ooh, fucking hope not. I don't think that's a vein. Nah, it's a scratch. How do I scratch myself like that? Don't that look really fucking creepy? Purple looks like black grape. Fizzy tastes. Rage virus, that's it. It does, don't it? It looks like the fucking rage virus creeping up my arm. Look. Yeah. I'm getting the rage virus. I ain't really. The plague is coming, because the virus. Oh, Christ. Yeah, I think I watch a thing called Long pigs tonight. That's because Monty licked it. That's what he licked earlier. He licked that, and now I've got that growing up my arm. Right, where are we? Ever heard of wanking elbow? Heard of it? I've had it. I haven't really. Who uses their elbow for wanking? I suppose you do. Kevin said there are some really interesting studies about the effects of LSD on totally blind subjects you might find interesting, yes. Mike said to Kevin, had no psychedelics and no visions because I've got no experience of seeing a thing. Just check on the comments. Kill it before the lurgy spreads. What am I going to do? Well, we'll see. Keep an eye out. Keep an eye out on it. Is it getting any further up? It's getting any further up at this point. If it starts growing up my arm, I'm going to take this off. Shut up, mother. What are you on about? I'm deleting that comment. Okay, no. No, I don't. What are you talking about? Is it spreading yet? Anyone got any film recommendations? Sainted when WC gets the rage, I'll be the first to go. Take that sock off your arm, it's killing you. No, honestly, I'll tell you what it is. That's not that. I promise you, that is not a vein. I can feel that it's a scratch. It's where I've been pulling that up and down. It scratched my arm, and because you can feel it is a scratch. It looks like the fucking veins. It really does look like veins, though, don't it? I think. I think. I'll keep an eye on it if it gets any longer. Always looks better with the big vein or the bug vein. What's the bug vein? Fuck off, Berger. Making me read shit that doesn't make any sense. Fuck's a bug vein? What's a bug vein when it's at home? Look at this bandana I bought. It looks good on fucking camera. Shit, didn't make it though. The big vein. Oh, okay. The Last House. I might have seen that one. The Last House. Is that new, Peach? Oh, God. The Last House. Images. Oh, okay. No, I haven't seen that. Alright. Persia wants me to watch fucking autocorrect. Alright, I'll check that one out later as well. That's a pain pad. Chinese pain pad. Has Chinese crack in it. I know that's something you eat. Kevin said, I recommend Pretty Village, Pretty Flame. It's a Serbian film about the Bosnian War. That's pretty good. Okay. Where would I see that, Kevin? Definitely got Fent in it. It's got Summit in it. It's got Summit in it. Great stuff. 30 people watching. Don't forget to like the stream. Come and chat with us. Come and chat with us. Come on. Don't be afraid. Just because you see all this shit doesn't mean anything. I'm one of the nicest people you ever meet, unless you're Saint. Nah, I love him. I love him dearly, really. Pete said, about a family trapped inside a house by a strange force. They have to survive with what they have. Okay. Fent and all. Yes. Evil said a bug vein where masses of insects are tunneling beneath your skin. Yeah, Creepshow style. Fucking Creepshow style. Yeah, it's definitely a scratch. But doesn't it look like horrible fucking vein? It does. It looks like the veins are fucking... Either that or it'll squash in my arm and like that's where it's folding or something, you know what I mean? WC secretly sends me good night kisses on Instagram. I do. I will now. I will now if that's what you want. If that's what you want. The mud vein, yes. Oh god. Let's get Saint's fucking Instagram messaging ready. Kevin said would probably have to put on an eye patch and be a pirate because it's a weird Serbian-made war film. I reckon if it's a Serbian war film, it's probably quite bleak as well, isn't it? Saint's been donating for those kisses. Fucking has he? Where's my money, Saint? He's always promising things like that. Never coughs up, Peach. Never coughs up, I don't think. My apologies, Saint, if you have. Make me feel guilty if you have. Kevin said, never mind. I think someone uploaded the whole thing on YouTube. Oh, okay, well, that's perfect. That's the perfect thing, Kevin. If it's on, Saint said, I've just given you a tenner, you fucker. I'm sorry. I apologize. That's why I said. I actually said, I thought, maybe I shouldn't be saying this. Well, thank you, mate. I appreciate it. When? I can't remember that. You fucking little bastard. Mother said good night. Be sure to donate and join the Discord. Yes, also yes. If you become a member of the channel, Cookie, if you're still there, if you're a member of the channel, you get to join a private Discord. Yes. You got to become a monthly donator for that. But only £2. Only £2. Oh god. Yeah. I don't know what to do tomorrow. I have got some stuff I need to make, but I don't know. I'll have the weekend off. I probably won't drink tomorrow. As I was saying, metallic, it'd look a bit fucking rare if I'm, But the thing is, I have already got a bottle of vodka downstairs from last weekend. It got to about, I don't know, got to about 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning. Nah, it's earlier than that. I think it's about 7ish. I can't remember anyway, but it was early enough that people weren't awake, but it was not that early that the shops weren't open, if that makes sense. I ordered another small bottle of vodka and they never drank it. So they said they're going to give you £1 just to join the Discord. £2, one's not enough. Knowing you though, you'd chat the price for me. It's £2, not one. Get yourself sorted. It ain't a quid, it's £2. And you can't just donate £2. You've got to become a member. You've got to become a member of the channel or a member on Discord. Not Discord, fucking hell. Coffee. Stop trying to weasel your bloody way in with your quids. Evil said maybe if you'd stayed on the cool person stream. So, I know you tell him, Evil. He needs to be told. Kevin said also recommend Old Henry if you're into westerns. Yeah, I like a western. Rewatched Train Spotting. I've watched Train Spotting recently enough that I probably won't rewatch that. I have been tempted to watch though. I might restart the Death Wish films. Death Watch, that's something else, but that is a film. Tempted to rewatch Death Wish. What else? There was something else I was getting a bit of an urge to watch. I keep getting sick of watching shit, basically. So I keep thinking, maybe I'll just watch something I know is good. The Boldies from The Wanderers, yes. Did you seen The Wanderers, Saint? Or is The Boldies something else? Yeah, The Wanderers are great. Hey, Terra, man. Hey, Pee Wee. Yes, he definitely has seen The Wanderers. And do you like The Wanderers? It's a great film, isn't it? That's like, fucking everyone in my family loves The Wanderers. He even said, and you keep vanishing before the face reveal. What's that to do with what I say there? Oh, Saint, yeah, I know. Yeah. So, Saint, if you like, you've obviously seen The Warriors as well, haven't you? So there's The Wanderers. So these are like gang films now. The Warriors, The Wanderers. Have you ever seen the new? I think it's New Zealand. The New Zealand Maori film called Once Were Warriors. That's quite good. Saints and I've been begging Mike for another private. You fucking have you? I can't remember that. Crow's Nest said Train Spotting is a film about baggers. Oh no, I've seen Train Spotting. I've seen Train Spotting. Train Spotting's a good film. If you want to see, in my opinion, the bleakest film you can watch about addiction, Train Spotting is it. Pisses all over fucking Requiem for a Dream. Requiem for a Dream's like a kid's film compared to fucking Train Spotting. No offence to anyone who loves Requiem for a Dream, and there's a lot of you out there, including the Dropped. But fucking hell, Train Spotting's the way to go. You want to watch bleak, fucking drug addiction. So then I never heard of it. I'll give it a go. Well, Once Were Warriors, yeah, Once Were Warriors, great film. Kevin says a found footage film called 84 Charlie Mopic. That's free on YouTube. Really good low budget film. Okay, I'll check that out. You ever said, but if it's private, I'll miss it. Well, sadly, yes. Saint said, what's the old mafia movie with Sean Connery where he's a copper? Oh, The Untouchables, which was on the telly last night. That was on the fucking telly last night because I watched a bit of it. Oh, you're watching it now? In the middle of watching it at the minute? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, The Untouchables. Yeah. If it's halfway through, go on to whatever channel it is. Like, what is it on? Like ITV? Go on to ITVX. Watch it from the beginning. Yeah. Did you mean that? That's a fucking good film. Also, the music was done by one of, I'd say, the greatest fucking movie music composers ever to ever fucking make music for films, Ennio Morricone. Ennio Morricone was every single time he was ever fucking nominated for a Oscar for music, he always fucking lost. They gave him an honorary Oscar in the end. But it's music. It's fucking amazing. I don't know what the fuck was beating it, or they was just weird about who they picked. But Ennio Morricone should have had. He probably had loads of other awards, loads of them. But the Oscar never used to seem to win it. Yeah, Sean Connery is good in it. He's got some good scenes in that as well. Yeah, good music. Sorry. Kevin said, me and Evil deserve to see your face too. So do I. He's been on my fucking private streams. I've not seen the fucking face either. Kevin said, I watched The Untouchables while holding my Smith & Wesson 10 and saying slurs for Italians. Fuck's sake. Spacey said, I'm going to play some Carmageddon, max damage. Like, take care, Spacey. See you tomorrow night, mate. Have a good evening. Before you go, what are you playing Carmageddon on? Just out of curiosity. Might have already gone. Yeah, Untouchables, great film. No, he didn't. I said that. 'Cause I said, 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 I sa Yes, I know. I didn't even get to see his face. Well, that's what I mean, though. You know, I didn't even see the fucker's face. It's getting to the point where I might not want to see it. If he leaves it too long, I'll be like, nah, don't bother. Too late now. Too late now, no, don't bother. Don't bother, mate. No. You don't bother. We're alright, we don't need to see it anymore. Bit of reverse psychology. Works every time. Maybe it don't. Maybe it don't work every time. So they'll have to prove us wrong that it does or don't work wrong every time. Space said, not now, later, PS4. Alright, nice one, mate. Nice one. Oh, you're going to play it later? No, I'm going to play some Carmageddon Max Damage later. Oh, I thought you were saying like laters, as in laters. You know, see you later. Got you, mate, got you. PS4, yeah. I've still got my PS4. I do like the old PS4. I did get a PS5 in the end about a couple of years ago because I wanted to play, can't remember what I wanted to play then, but I know what I want to play on it now. Not now, but when it comes out, Grand Theft Auto 6. Evil said, a bit like me with the English dubbed second season of the Saga of Tanya the Evil. What, you didn't want to see it? It been took so long. I finally scored a console, nice deal, but was updated to 13.5, so I can't tell. Oh, I get you. Yeah, so it's like it's been updated to. Yeah. I know what you mean. That's a lead-weighted keyring. All you need is a strap on it, and then a quick release for your keys. Take your keys off, and you got. I bet it was. What kind of stuff can you do if you jailbreak them? Like play it like all the console games, because they're not backwards compatible now, are they? That's why my PlayStation. Do you know what? The fucking PlayStation 3, apart from the lower graphics, the PlayStation 3 was a better fucking console than the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5 for the stuff it could do. The PlayStation 4 and 5, neither of them have a decent fucking web browser. They have shit fucking video player. Doug. And he said, I got a second wind hanging in there. I start too early. When did you start? Thank you, Doug. You're a legend, mate. This one goes out to Doug. Thank you. Eva said, still not out in English yet. We've been waiting for like 8 or 9 weeks. I thought you said 8 or 9 years. So, Doug, what are you drinking tonight? Gary said, well, in 12 hours' time, I'll be watching football in the pub, Mike. Off to get a kebab. Have a good weekend. Good night. Good night, Gary. Take care, mate. You enjoy yourself. Have a nice weekend, mate. Doug said, not long after 4. Agree about the PS3, but with an Xbox lower list. Nice. Yeah, 4 p.m. is a bit early, I think. Well, you know, it depends. If you want to do a late nighter, 4 p.m. is a bit early, but yeah. Maybe if I started at 4, I wouldn't be up till fucking 10 o'clock the next day. Spacey said, with the PlayStation 3 I jailbreak, then ISO all discs to play off of HD. Yes. Fucking hell, struggling to read that then. Yes, yeah, I'll get what you mean. Yeah, pretty much play anything then, can't you? So I've still got a working PlayStation 2, GameCube. Did I say PS2? PS3, PS4 and PS5. Mainly wanted to unlock all the games. Yeah, well, no, exactly. Kevin said, I'm just hoping the stream machine drops in price. Oh, fucking hell. Let me read that again. I can't read tonight. I'm just hoping the Steam machine drops in price in a year or two. Yes. Yeah. Nick said all the consoles that have come out since the 360 PS3 era have been wank. There's about 5 games total worth playing. All of them. I totally get you. It's true. my PlayStation 3, I fucking loved that thing. I loved the PlayStation 3. And it was just a fucking great machine. And I've never played on an Xbox 360, but my younger brother John used to, and he reckoned that was great as well. And then, especially with like the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, they just started taking features away that, fucking hell, try to play videos on the PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5. You can't even fast forward or rewind properly. You have to like just hold it down and like let it go when you think it's going to be right or whatever. It's fucking shit. Doug said I'm a Halo fanboy. I've never played Halo. Spacey said I was into PC for games like COD. Yeah, I get you. Yeah. I've never got into PC gaming apart from playing the old fucking shit like Broken Sword, was it? And them kind of point and click games. Oh, I fucking like them games. Driving games with a controller, yes. Nick said I got the original Xbox working recently as well as jailbreaking my PlayStation 3, so I've been playing stuff with them recently. Looking brilliant. Gavin said gaming graphics peaked with Red Dead 2. There's no need to go further than that, in my opinion. No, you don't. Not really. You don't. It's sort of don't make much difference after that. I agree. I think a lot of games you don't really need to go any more than that. It's fine. But then I suppose when they do, we'll look back and go, "Holy shit, that was crap." When it weren't. Pete said we shall play Jackbox games soon in the Discord. Nice. What is that then, Jackbox? That sounds a bit rude. I didn't see you put anything on there, Eva. How the fuck did I not see that? Eva said, well, people have been waiting since 2018 for season 2. Okay, my apologies. I did not see that comment. I did not see that. Maybe I don't know how that's happened. I hope Metallic's not watching because she'll be wanting to fucking kill herself at the minute. All this fucking console talk. Saint said Xbox 360 was amazing. Games didn't need to be hyper-realistic to be great. No, that's true. Great barrier between being good enough to immerse yourself, and simple enough. Then I go, oh no, that's it. So you know what? I really fucking like the Zelda games, and even the new Zelda game is cartoonish in its graphics. I fucking love that, and you still feel like you've been to those places. Day of the Tentacle, what a game, point and click. I don't know if I played that one, but I really used to like the point and click games. Pete said, I saw a guy at work with a Day of the Tentacle t-shirt on the other day. Was that you, Dougie? Spacey said, new COD Modern Warfare video looks mad. I went off all of the CODs, I like them, but I found the main storylines weren't really that long, and I don't like online games anymore, really. Kevin said they wanted us to spend $700 on the console so you can see shadows and reflections in a pond better. Nick said there are also with old consoles you didn't need 400 terabyte of space. Yeah, that's true. That is very much true, mate. Very, very fucking true. Evil, you are fucking 100% right. I might have to start playing Zelda again soon. Fucking love that game. Any of them. All of the music in the Zelda games are amazing. I might play Breath of the Wild again. I really enjoyed that game. It was a bit weird. It was a bit weird not having like true dungeons. But it has such a massive world that you play that for ages and you still haven't seen most of it. And some of the places you're only there for 5 minutes. Yeah, I might have to go back on that. COD on PC is just filled with Chinese cheaters, literally pointless, haven't downloaded. Yeah, I went off of playing online games, shoot 'em up games. The last game I played online was Red Dead Redemption, and me and Peach, we had our own little gang, didn't we, Peach? And I wanted to call it the Mexican Bum Bandits, but they wouldn't let me. Oh, God. Weren't allowed to call it the Mexican Bum Bandits, were we, Peach? The big handlebar mustache. Fucking hell, I can't say mustache now. Remember that, Peach? And he used to shoot me all the time. Give Left 4 Dead a play, Mike. Stream it. Yes, maybe. I'll think about it. Peter, so I own a game and players watch on the PC Discord and then answer via smartphone. Free for all Discord. Oh, alright, that sounds really good. So I own the game and players watch on the PC Discord and then answer via smartphone. Free for all Discord to play. So it'll be fun. Yeah, I'd be well up for that, Peter. That sounds great. Imagine how long it will take to download new games. Yeah, exactly. Doug said, could have been me. I'm a DOTG fanboy. RE Zelda, I love Breath of the Wild, but tired a little bit of... Is that the new one? TOTK. I think it's time to go back to the old fucking Wind Waker. One of my favourite games ever. And that's the reason I've got a fully work... Oh, and I did have a working Wii. But I've got a fucking working... Oh no, I've got Wind Waker. Actually, I might have Wind Waker on my fucking Switch. I bought a Switch just for that new Zelda game. But I didn't get the second, like, Breath of the Wild one, because it was... I couldn't be arsed. That was back in the Twitch days, yes. Saint said, that, I'll think about it, is a nice way of saying, fuck off, you slag, I'm not doing it. No. I gotta get it first. If I've got it, I'll think about it. Kevin said, they did my former unit dirty with that new Call of Duty 4. It's set in South Korea and they gave no love to the 2nd Infantry Division. Not even a patch on the random NPC. That's a shame, isn't it? Yeah, especially if they're putting real fucking units in there. Evil said, Breath of the Wild's amazing. I still haven't found the Leviathan bones up in the North Mountains. Yeah, I need to play that. I keep having like an urge to just... It's just one of those games, I just love the atmosphere to it. Yeah, Twilight Princess. Well, so my favourites would probably be Wind Waker. Then maybe, I'm suddenly having a fucking brain the N64 the N64 one. I can't remember what that's called. Ocarina of Time. Then maybe Breath of the Wild, and then maybe Twilight Princess. Shocking having to pay to play online. Oh, that's the other reason I don't do it, Spacey, actually. The other reason I don't do it is because I'm not paying if I can play online. But Twilight Princess was very good. Yeah, I had it on the Wii. My ship on Helldivers is called Princess of Twilight. Oh, nice. What is the other... I can't remember what the new Zelda game's called. I can't in my head think what TOTK is. No, can't think. Because all I know about that one is it's essentially the same map, isn't it? And people was complaining that it's like Breath of the Wild with add-ons. Tears of the Kingdom. Thank you, Doug. Thank you, Evil. The Salvation is off the charts for the Ocarina of Time remake. The Salvation is off the charts. Have they made a remake of that, or are they going to? Are they talking about making that? Zelda into the shit sandbox. Oh, God. Yeah. Breath of the Wild, loved it. Absolutely loved it. And the thing is, then they're quite involved, sort of difficult games. What I mean by it, they're not difficult, but I think a lot of people think Zelda are like kids' games. They're not at all. They ain't kids' games at all. So Skyward Sword, that's the latest. Skyward Sword is the latest Zelda game I played. Skyward Sword, apart from one other Zelda game that was on the DS that was a weird There was a weird Zelda game where you was like a shrunken down mini, and you was like a little mini world. That one and Skyward Sword are the only ones I haven't finished. I found Skyward Sword really difficult, and it was dragging on for so long, I stopped playing it. I wasn't enjoying it. There's something about it that I didn't like the other ones. I think this is really fucking difficult, some of it. But there's certainly, people think Zelda games are kids games, they're not. Oh, so they're remaking Ocarina of Time, it's coming out this year. Okay, I'd be well up for that. Pete said if it was on the PC, I'd get some Zelda games. I'm not buying a fucking Nintendo, just wondering. That's the thing, Pete. It is disappointing that you have to buy. I bought a fucking, about 3 or 4 years ago, I bought a fucking Nintendo Switch just for one game. Yeah, I did. Yeah. And I would, but it's a shame that they don't have it on other consoles. It's fucking diabolical. The Skyward Sword, Evil, that's the last one I played. Absolute fucking nightmare of a game, isn't it? Yeah, I got about 3/4 of the way through. I had to give up. It was too hard. And apart from that weird one, apart from whatever that weird one that I'm on about on the DS where you was like a little mini. Yeah, could not fucking do it. It was too difficult. Skyward Sword was a fucking bastard. Yeah. Yeah, Skyward Sword, I couldn't complete it. I got stuck in one of the dungeons for fucking ages and ages and ages, and just I can't be arsed now. It wasn't. Hang on, I'm gonna sneeze because they're covered in fucking dust. Oh fucking hell. It was too difficult, and the game wasn't good enough to keep me wanting to play. But Breath of the Wild, as I say, amazing. Doug said they lost their way on the Wii era. Only reason to get a Wii U is for Wind Waker and HD. Yes, well, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, I think I might have got. I'm pretty sure I got Ocarina on this. Thank you, Mike. This is bless you, Mike. Thank you. I haven't used this fucking thing for ages. All software. No, all I've got on here is Breath of the Wild, Skyward Sword, for things that are interesting, and this. Hang on. Oh, I don't even think this is even connected to the internet now. I'll show you what in a second, because some of you will be interested in this. Basically, I completed the DS one. You could go 2D or 3D, almost like Paper Mario. I had that one, yeah, I did. I had that. I did play that. Basically, I got Ocarina on the 3DS. Tell me if you recognise this. Something you already know what it is. Get off, I get a copyright for it. Final Fantasy, which one's that? Which one's that? I think you've accidentally put, no, fucking hell. What? I can't work that out. Final Fantasy 13? Final Fantasy 13, 14, 15. Like, oh yeah, your face, your ass. What's the difference? Yeah, Jake Nukem. Final Fantasy 17 maybe? Yeah. That's 10, because the 13. Oh, well, I thought that was. That would be what it is. Final Fantasy 13. Hang on. That's one of my favourite ones, Final Fantasy 12. Which one's 13? I can't remember which Final Fantasy 13 is. Was that one that was only online, was it? That's right, even though I know, for some reason my brain wouldn't work. I thought for some reason 13 was XIII for some reason. I'll have to Google Final Fantasy 13. I don't know if I can't remember if I've ever played that one. Oh yes, I have. Yeah, that was a fucking good game. Yeah, I really like that. Yeah, Final Fantasy 13. I don't think I have a disc of that. I think I only had that downloaded. Because that should be up there. If I did. Yeah. I don't know where that is. So I've definitely played Final Fantasy 13 because that's got the female character called Lightning, hasn't it? And that's her name, isn't it? Lightning. Yeah, I think I've completed that a couple of times. Yeah, I really liked that one actually. That was a good one. Final Fantasy 14, though, fucking hated it. Yeah, I don't think I've got Final 13. I think I got Final Fantasy 13 download only, so I don't have a disc of that. No, it's all right. They said not that one. I was just showing you the ones I've got on disc. Bato Sarah load all of the old consoles on the memory stick to use on PC. Pretty good. Nice. Yeah, I have definitely played Final Fantasy 13. I can't remember which one it was. That is her, ain't it? Lightning, I think, is the woman. Yeah, I did enjoy that one. As I say, the only one I couldn't get on with recently in the Final Fantasy. And I've played Final Fantasy 7. I've played Final Fantasy 7, completed that. I've played Final Fantasy 8, 9, 10 Part 2, completed all of those. 11 I think was an online only one, I think, or something. 12 really good. 13 really good. 14, if it's one I'm thinking of, it was fucking shit. I can't really even tell you much about it. And it had this forced game over stealth bit which is the thing I hate most about any game. If there's, I don't mind stealth per se, but forced instant game over stuff, I'll fuck about with that shit for maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, at most half an hour. If I can't do it, that's it. I'm not playing it anymore. I hate it. Nick said the only Final Fantasy I've played is the MMO. That might be the one. That's the only one I haven't played. I think that's the only one I haven't played. Let me just check Final Fantasy 14 if it's the one I'm thinking of. Final Fantasy 14. Okay, no. So Final Fantasy 14, I haven't played that at all. That's the subscription-based MMO. That's that one. Yeah. So what's Final Fantasy 11 then? That also was a MMO. So 11 was an MMO and 14 was an MMO. The one that I hate that had the forced stealth must be 15 then. Yeah, Final Fantasy 15. It had this forced instant game over stealth bit, and I just stopped playing it. But 13 was really good, Evil. I really like that. Peter, I've only ever played a little bit of Final Fantasy. Maybe it was two different ones. You had the volleyball, and the other had 3 female pop stars. Ah, that's Final Fantasy 10, I think. Potentially, it might be Final Fantasy Final Fantasy 10 Part 2. I don't know, because they do have these games in it. This weird game, Blitzball. Crow's Nest said, last Final Destinations. I've seen all the Final Destinations recently. I do like them. Nick said, love that you talk into your phone exactly like my mum. I do that a little bit deliberately, just to, you know. I would normally talk. It's easier to talk to it, isn't it? Like I said, nothing ever lived up to 7. Yeah. Final Fantasy 7 was the very first game I ever played. No, what? No, like I was going to say like that. No, it weren't. The very first Final Fantasy game I ever played was Final Fantasy 10 on the PlayStation 2. I think it was 10 anyway. The one with I can't remember their name now. Final Fantasy 10. What did I get at? When I do it? Yeah, that one. Tidus and Luna. No, not Luna. No, it might be Luna. That's not Luna there. Yeah. Forgot what I was. That's the very first one I ever played. And I didn't know that you could essentially level up. I didn't understand the game. I didn't know there was a thing about leveling up. What you do, you level up your character, and then you can go and fight bosses that you couldn't beat. So the very first time I ever played it, I got to a certain degree, and then I just couldn't beat anything because I hadn't been leveling up. And then, so I just stopped playing it. And then, about 10 years later, I suddenly had this realization that I could have gone back and fought the other monsters and got my level up. And honestly, it was about 10 years later that I realised you could do that. So then I went back, and then I've completed that one a couple of times now. It was understanding the game, because I'd never played a game like Final Fantasy where you can go back and fight monsters again to make your levels go up. Yeah. Near Automata, I've heard of that, and I think I might have even downloaded a demo of that. Nick said, at least you don't scream into it like she does, despite her hearing being fine. So hopefully see you tomorrow. Got to go sort my laundry machine. Just finished. Take care, Spacey. Oh yeah, Final Fantasy X2. Yeah, that was the one. Yeah, with the free. Yes, yeah, that's what I showed there. I bought a on the PlayStation 4. Yeah, there. Yeah, that's probably. I'll be honest with you, Pete. That's probably not the best one to start with. Final Fantasy 10 though is good. Yeah, that is about half past. I probably ought to go off as well. I've got to clean this room up. Everyone, Peach, fucking love you, mate. I should get myself a gold crown. I do appreciate that. I really do. Thank you, mate. Thank you, Doug, as well. And anyone else who's donated tonight. And anyone just for being on. It's been a good, fun night. I'll see you all tomorrow night. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. It's nice to, you know, it's nice to know. It's nice to know that you care. So yeah, I know you do care, but you know. Pete said, "Evil night peaches sound dangerous." They do. They do. Jill Valentine or Ada Wong? Jill Valentine any day of the week. Jill Valentine. What was that that made you laugh? Or was you laughing at the night peaches? Right. Jill Valentine, any day of the week. I am Shakma. How you doing, Shakma? Jill Valentine, any day of the week. Don't forget to like the stream, please, everyone. Yeah, in that black skin tight thing she wears in, I don't know, Resident Evil 5, whatever the fuck it is. Whichever one it is. Ada for the streets. Okay. Right. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. I'll see you all tomorrow night. Cheers, everyone. I hope you have a good evening, whatever you're doing, or if you get out of bed, have a nice sleep. Right. See you later. Thank you. I do appreciate you all. Good night. Oh, I'll just play this before I go. Why not? Hang on. Don't forget, you can get your legal carry cards and rulers. So these are cards you can carry with your legal carry knives. And you can either buy the card with the ruler or without the ruler. What you have here is the laws on legal carry knives from the police website and the YouGov website. They have the link at the bottom, so if you had to show this to some kind of authority or police, they can even go to the sites to read their own information. So there you go, that is the card and the ruler. Look in the description of the video for the link. You can buy the card on its own or the card and the ruler. Thank you, everyone. Good night. See you all tomorrow. Good night.